Our adventure begins for Thursday, February 23rd in beautiful 50-degree weather, Las Vegas. It's not the actual Las Vegas sign either. I thought it was the back side of it. I was like, is it really just right there near Fremont Street? But no, it must be something else. But I'm guessing on the other side of that sign probably does say welcome to Vegas. It's probably just a copy of the actual sign on the actual strip. And even though it is a city that never sleeps, it is a city where at least some people go to sleep. It's around 10 a.m. right now and there's not too many people out here even yet. But the show is still going on the screen. Welcome to fabulous downtown Las Vegas. And there's a pigeon making some purchases at the store.
Look ahead of you.
Well, hello there, friend.
The MGM Grand. I always think it's funny that that's a failed movie studio nowadays.
Right here. Fine. Well, we're coming back here anyway. We are.
Well, this is now the Luxor giant pyramid. Really is as massive as it seems from the outside. Looks like this is the show area where they do the Blue Man Group. And we're going to be actually going into the Titanic artifact exhibition, which I don't know if that's the same thing. I did a few years ago. And I forgot where we did that, but I've definitely done something before Titanic-wise, going through the history and getting a photo and everything. So I think this is basically the same thing. I'm thinking the best part of the Titanic experience is the gift shop, which features this lovely office display of an iceberg and the Titanic floating. And you also have your Titanic and iceberg ice tray. Very handy when you're having your Titanic themed murder party experience. Turns out though, I was a first class passenger. One of the men, so I was kind of wondering if I was going to survive, but we made it. In fact, Stella's made it as well. It's a second class passenger, Miss Dagmar Jenny Ingborg Brill. That's a lot of name there. This is Paul Romain M.L. Chever, who ended up dying 2 years later in France. Interesting enough. Of course, there's also this classic right here, Magic Tree House. But there isn't any Blu-rays of the movie or documentaries to be found, so it really tells you that physical media is dying. Overall, good enough experience. I feel like I have done this show before though, and well, I've done the walkthrough before, and it's fine enough. Can't film on the inside of it, but they do have, of course, a lot of artifacts, including a big section of the ship. Probably while I zoom in on this image, it's around there, right in the middle of the ship. They actually have a full piece of it on display. We have Stella's favorite candy here in Reese's. Which, do they have the, so we always try to look for the one that's like, it's all peanut butter, right? But they don't sell those everywhere. They have the ones that's like half peanut butter on the outside, half chocolate. But there is one that's peanut butter on the inside and then all peanut butter on the outside. It's good to see some of Stella's favorite Reese's. But is it as good as the M&Ms that sit across the street? Yeah, the strip looks a lot cooler at night. Headed now back into Fremont, and I got a White Castle over there. I've actually never been to a White Castle before. It's open 24/7, so this might finally have to be the time I give White Castle a try, as if that's the thing to do in Vegas. I saw the Michael Jackson show, Cirque du Soleil. It's pretty awesome. couldn't film anything, but it was still very awesome. Of course, there were some people that were actually ripping out cameras while the show was going on, and people would come in the aisle, people who worked there, they'd pull out those blue flashlights and point them at the people. It was like a spotlight, and suddenly you're being called out like, "It was you!"